If you've been with me, and hopefully you have, I'm right in the middle of installing two switches into a cut-in 2-gang wall switch box. Here's my ceiling fan switch. Now this is just for the fan itself, high, medium, low, off. And I've got 2 stranded wires. These are the black wires. This is the ground. I've got it all set up for that. Remember, I got a black that goes up to the ceiling fan, and then I have the power. Remember, you have to make sure you remember where all that stuff is, because this is the power that came out of that other splice cap. Okay, so I know if I turn the breaker back on right now, this is the wire that would be hot. This wire would not be hot. This goes up to the ceiling fan. Okay, no power to it just yet. So on a ceiling fan, you always got to look. See there, it says too hot, and this right here says too fan. Okay, so too hot, what does that mean? That means that goes to the hot wire that comes in out of the box that feeds this switch. Okay, so I know this wire goes to there, and this one says to fan, that one goes to there, this goes to the ground. Easy peasy. I'll do that. I'm gonna look at this, and obviously I'm gonna make this wire a little shorter, and I can make it the same length as this one. And I can do the same with the ground if I'd like to. If you haven't been watching this from the beginning, you might want to do that. And I'm going to just, see, I'm connecting this up with little thin stranded wire, okay, which now goes on an orange wire nut. You also have yellow wire nuts, but the yellow wire nut is bigger than the orange wire nut, okay, the hole in there. If I put the yellow on here, I wouldn't get a nice tight fit. I would have a chance of this becoming loose. So because of that, and the wire nut is small, the stranded wire is small, I don't have to have too much wire sticking out right here. Okay, you know, 3/8 of an inch or so. You don't need much. If you do it too far, you could have a tendency of that sticking out beyond the wire nut. Okay, chances are you won't though. Should be fine. Okay, so we know you look up there, and I know this goes up to the ceiling fan. This is the power, so I just have to remember that, don't I? Okay, I take this and take the little fine wires, the stranded wire, twist it together so it all looks like one solid wire. Now I'm going to take that onto my ground with that little wire nut. Okay, hang on to that. And even though you think it's tight, you still want to pull on it when you get done. Because sometimes you can pull it right out if it's not lined up properly. Okay, I'm pulling on it. Everything looks fine. Now, I'm going to look at this. This one says to fan. Okay, this wire is the one that goes up to the fan. So fan to fan, right there. I hope I explained this properly so that you get the idea that it's really not as difficult as you thought, and that if Joe here can do it, I'm just an average Joe, if I can do it, yes, you can do it. Look on here again, that says too hot, and this is the hot wire that comes out of this box and feeds this fan. Okay, we already determined all the white wires in the junction box got connected together to form the circuit, and we got this hot wire that comes in, okay, and feeds this, and then when you turn the switch on, the power goes from here and then it goes up through here, up to the fan. What do you think about that? Okay, so now make sure this is facing the right direction, and I'm going to have to gently curly cue these wires back into the box in such a fashion to where I can get this up in there, and I might have to do this slightly a little bit longer here, let's say, and I'm going to fold that straight up. Keep your fingers off of the walls if you can. These walls have just been painted because I did some patches here. If you want to learn how to do patches on sheetrock, you can go to my channel page and scroll down to playlists. Okay. Now I have to resituate my wire nuts because see, I've got to get this whole thickness of this box into this back into here. So got to look at that. I'm kind of hanging on to the box, repositioning my wire back up in there. Okay, like that. And I'm trying to hold on to this box because I don't want it to hang right here, boop, 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 because this is new paint and it could scratch that. Yeah, I've done it before. That's why I'm trying to tell you about it. All the stuff that I learn, I try to tell you so that you don't do the same thing. Okay, now I push that in. Boy, that's kind of a snug fit there. Maybe I can reposition the wire, a particular wire nut. See with those thin, small orange ones. I think I can. And push this in like that. That helps me push it in without having these screws in the way. See? Man, that's pretty snug. I'm thinking maybe I should reroute that orange wire nut over in that direction. Like that. Okay, try her again. Use the back of my switch to push the wire in there. Okay, that's looking good. Now see, this one has a tab that goes all the way across. No way I can do anything about that. It's going to fit right over that. And for that matter, I could have left the tabs on this one, couldn't I have? Because this one sticks out just a little bit. Man, wish that would go back further. Okay. I think that's going to work. That's looking good. Now, where are my screws for that? I think I got to find those screws, and I'm ready to screw that in. Okay, we took this ceiling fan switch out from a different location, and we're installing it now over here. So I had to find the two screws. Whenever you take stuff out and you think you're going to save it, you know, make sure you do, and you know where it is. Okay, so I'm lining it up in those plastic threads in the plastic cut-in box, and that's another reason why I needed to make sure this pushed back without just starting it right there, thinking, oh, I'll just ram it in there with my battery-operated drill, and then you strip the screws because you're hitting the wire nut back there. That's why I like to take that and push it in all the way like I did. Okay. And I can just keep checking it as I go. And I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go just yet. I'm going to line it up 50-50 on the little threaded slot there, I think. And then I'll try the light switch cover plate. Sometimes you get it almost snug, and you can take a standard screwdriver like that, hold it in there, and screw it in. Okay. This one looks like it needs to be over that way a little bit, right there. And I'm going to screw that in. Just make it snug. Okay, looking at that, this one's lined up pretty good, and now I can kind of tweak those however I want. Once I get the cover plate over here, we're ready to put the cover plate on. Here's my new cover plate, and nowadays they have flexible ones. See this? It's designed so if you over tighten one ever so slightly, it doesn't crack this off or something. And I like that. Make sure in your bag you get all of your screws. Sometimes if the bag's open or something, you might not know it, you only got 3 screws. Well, this bag, they did us a favor. They gave us 6 screws. I only need 4, so I'm going to keep those other 2 for any time I need them for somewhere else. And this wall has just been painted, so I've got to kind of keep all that into consideration. I'm looking at that. It looks like this, first off, needs to be slid over ever so little. So I can't just necessarily line up to the existing or the new cut-in box, because the cut-in box may not be perfectly straight. So then I can straighten everything up and still have enough room for the cover plate to cover it. I'm looking at that. I'm liking this one. Yeah. Hold on. Looks like the bottom of this switch needs to be slid over, just ever so slightly. Okay. So I can push this over like that. And I'm not going to clamp down all the way. I've got it fairly snug. Okay, that looks beautiful. Okay, and when you put those in, my pet peeve is don't get this twisted, at an angle this way or that way, because then it's not going to set flat on the face. Okay, and get this straight. If you're slightly off, you can adjust this and move this over, move this over, move this one over, however you want to do it, and then stand back, look at this, and see if it's straight. If it's not perfectly straight, you can check it a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty snug, but I'm just going to check it. That one needed to go a little bit more. Okay, so now I can put this cover plate on. And don't over tighten these screws. Okay, no need. You just don't have to do that. And some people, they think all the screws need to be facing straight up or across. You don't have to do that. When's the last time you looked at your screw plates? Do you really care if they're perfectly straight up and down or something? I just do it to where it's snug as a bug in a rug. That's it. Boy, this one, oh good. Just seemed like it was slightly off. Okay, there. There you go. Here's for the shower, and this is for our new ceiling fan. We can turn the power back on, and let's see what happens. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.